Yum bum bye, yum bum bye, yida dum bum bum bye, hum bum bye, yum bum bye, hum bum bum bye, hum bum bye, yum bum bye, hum bum boy, hoida dum bum bye, dum bum 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 bye, hoida dum bum bum bye, hum bum boy, hoida dum bum bye, dum bum bum.
Parashat Bejukotai begins in Bejukotai Telecho, if you will walk in accordance with my statutes. And then there's a series of blessings that Hashem blesses us if we follow His Torah. And the epitome that it reaches is Vo'olech etchem kumamiyut. I will take you upright. That's the epitome of all the blessings. First it says, I will give the rain in the proper time. And it says there will be peace on earth. And then it says that I will build the temple, the third and eternal temple. And finally, the very highest point, the climax of all of the blessing is, I will take you and lead you upright. The Targum Yonatan says that komamiyut is Bikuma Skufa. And actually Rashi, in his commentary on the Torah, which is the Pshuto Shemikra, the most literal explanation of the Torah, also uses exactly the same expression that appears in Targum Yonatan, which is Kuma Skufa. It will take an upright stature. The Targum Onkelos actually says Bechiruta, that upright means free, that will be completely free, just like the holiday of Pesach is called Zman Chirutenu. So that's the very same word that the Targum Onkelos uses to translate into Aramaic the word kumamiyut, upright, that it means free. But the Targum Yonatan is actually a more literal interpretation. It's the same that Rashi uses, that it's bikumaskufa, an upright stature. Some of the commentaries ask a question that we're taught in the Gemara that a person is not allowed to walk upright with his head up, uplifted. Because if a person walks with his head uplifted, it's as though he's pushing away the feet of the Shekhinah, of the Divine Presence, because to walk with your head up in the air is arrogance, is a sign of arrogance. So how can it be, the commentaries ask, that the epitome of Hashem blessing us is that we will all walk upright, bikuma skufa, with a stature as though our head is up in the air. So clearly the Torah does not mean that we will be arrogant in the presence of God, chas v'shalom, God forbid. But what does it mean? How do the commentaries explain the apparent contradiction? They explain that before it says, V'olech etchem kumamiyut, that I will take you and lead you, v'kuma skufa, upright, it says, V'hitalachti b'tochechem, that I will walk in your presence. That refers to the existence, to the building of the Beis HaMikdash, and Hashem is present within the Beis HaMikdash. And it says that when we enter the Beis HaMikdash, we do not feel Hashem above us. We feel Hashem in front of us. There are different states of consciousness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. One state is that Hashem is above. It says that the first commandment of the Torah, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am God, you God, who has taken you out of the land of Israel, is to believe. It's the commandment to believe in God and to feel, to experience that God is always above me. What does it mean above me? He's always watching over me. He's taking care of me. If I need to be saved, to be helped, He's there always to help me. But He's primarily or essentially above me. But there's another state of consciousness, which is the consciousness of Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, that Hashem is always in front of me. As it says, Shiviti Hashem lenegdi tamid, I place Hashem in front of me always. And that state of consciousness is actually the revelation of experiencing God in the temple, as though you walk into the temple and you're eye to eye with Hashem. Is also in the future. The verse says, "Ayin ba'ayin yiru b'shuv Hashem Tzion," that we see and we experience God eye to eye. As though the expression here would be "guva einayim," that we're the same height, as it were, and we're looking one into the face of the other, one into the eyes of the other. The love of gazing eye to eye is called the love of the doves. The doves, their greatest pleasure is to be able to gaze just eyes to eyes. And that's the way we experience Hashem in the temple. A very, very high level experience. And it says, this is the way the commentators explain, that when we merit to experience Hashem in front of us, not above us, but in front of us, then we can walk with an upright head. Because then we're not pushing God away, up and away. That's what the Gemara says, that if a person walks with head up in the air, is though he's pushing God away from him. But when is that the case? That's the case if God is above you. But if God is before you and in front of you, so you're not pushing him away. Obviously, once more, it doesn't mean that you're walking upright with arrogance. It's just that you're walking upright because in a certain very, very deep sense, you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu are at the same level. On that verse, V'hitalachti v'tochachem, that I will walk in your presence, because that's what it says before, and I will take you upright. So Chazal interpret that to mean that I will walk together with you in Gan Eden. Not just in the temple, in the Garden of Eden in the future. I'll take you by hand and walk together, but we'll be partners. Like a pair of two people walking together. That's the way I'm going to walk with every Jew, with every soul. So what does it mean? It means a certain state of equality, or the same height with Hashem. And then when we're walking together with Hashem, just as Hashem is upright, so we are also upright. And it's just a sign of the way that we unify at that level with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So actually, in this week's parasha of Bejukotai, we always read during Sfirat Omer. And actually, Bejukotai alludes to the most important day in Sfirat Omer, which is Lag BaOmer, because it's the 33rd Torah portion from the beginning of the Torah. And the very two first words of the parasha, in Bejukotai, equal their gematria is 561, which is the sum of all numbers 1 to 33. And the very first verse it says of Im Bejukotai has 33 letters to it. So there are three times, it's a triple indication or a triple proof that this parasha alludes to the number 33. Once more, it's the 33rd Torah portion. Its first two words, which are the name of the parasha, in Bejukotai, is the triangle of 33, meaning the sum of all numbers 1 to 33. Meaning that when we count the Sfirat Omer from Hayom Yom Echad Omer, today is the one day of the Omer, then we don't say today, the second day, that it's the second day of the Omer. We say it's 2 days, meaning that it's an additive process. Then we say it's 3 days to the Omer. So we're actually adding 1 plus 2 plus 2. When we reach 33, we've counted 561 days, which equals exactly in Bejukotai. And then the very first verse of in Bejukotai has 33 letters to it. So once more, this Torah portion alludes to the very highest day in Sfirat Omer, which is Lag BaOmer. And about Sfirat Omer, Chazal say that Dafka, particularly in regard to this mitzvah, we're taught that we have to say it upright. We have to stand up. And all of the other mitzvot in the Torah that we're supposed to do and to say the blessing over standing up, erect, is all derived, is all learned from the Sfirat Omer. Because it says, Chermesh nehachel chermesh bakama. Al tikrei bakama ela bakoma. It says that the Omer, which is the first barley harvest, is actually cut from standing staffs of barley, called bakama. From that word bakama, Chazal learned that we have to count the Omer every night, standing up erect. So this is a very, very important kavanah, intention when we say the Omer and count the Omer every day to try to stand as erect as you can, and to have in mind that erectness of standing in Sfirat Omer is the secret of Bo'olech etchem komemiyut, that I will take you upright. It's the same root, the same word in Hebrew. As we said, upright means walking together with God, as though we're equal to God, and we're looking. God is on our right hand, and we're also looking and gazing at Him eye to eye, as will be in the third temple.